Well, hello, students at Point University. Welcome to Unit 2 of Interpreting the Bible. It feels good to be up and running, and I want to commend you on a great start to the class. I have graded your discussion posts and your quizzes from Unit 1. You should see my feedback on your quiz work in the Moodle system. Please let me know if you have questions, but it seems like you had a very firm grasp on what the class is going to feel like each week, and this week follows a similar format. I'd like to tackle three things this week. The first, of course, is the reading and discussion posts. This week you're going to be reading 1 Corinthians and also 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John. So it's always productive and fruitful to be reading different kinds of voices in the New Testament because it leads us to ask interpretive questions. Paul and John are shepherding, pastoring very different kinds of Christian communities, so they really alert us to the diversity of experience in the early church. And perhaps we should never even use the term early church, because there were always early churches after the Jerusalem church, and they celebrated and experienced different forms of early Christianity. So that will be a fruitful exercise, reading through those letters and writing in response to them. Also, you're going to be looking at chapters 3 and 4 in the fee book for your quiz this week. And chapters 3 and 4 are on the epistles. So while we are reading through some New Testament epistles, will also be using some of the tools that Fee is giving us to properly exegete and interpret the epistles. I think you got a feel for what we're looking for in the quizzes. A great way to prepare for them is to draw out a rough outline of each chapter so that you know the major points and you're able to write them. There is a 15-minute time limit on the quiz, which is not meant to put pressure on you, just so much as help you to memorize the high points of the reading so that you can put them on the quiz. I think if and when you do that, you're going to walk away with some really great and lasting points and bodies of knowledge from the class itself at the end. And then finally, I want to encourage you to go to the group forums at the top of the page, where you will see that I have divided the class into 4 different groups for the group project. Now, for the group project, you are simply choosing a book of the Bible and putting together a presentation about that book. And if you look at the syllabus on the top of page 6, you can see the different points of this presentation, mainly rooted in historical context, but also a literary context, an outline of the book, the purpose of the book, the major contents and themes of the book. You really can't go wrong as long as you're touching each of those points, and then putting together either a comprehensive handout or, even better yet, a PowerPoint presentation. So what I would encourage you to do is simply divide up the work. You can correspond with one another on your group forum that I've set up. Choose your book and then decide, okay, who's going to take the first 3 points of the syllabus, who's going to take the next 4 points, etc., etc. If you get started now, I think you're going to be in good shape. These are due at Unit 7 of the class, so go ahead and get started so that you don't get behind. Everybody let me know how I can serve you this week. I'm excited to dive in. God bless.